Hey everyone, welcome to episode 75 of the Star Wars Popcast. My name's Christopher,
I'm Patrick.
And I'm Lex.
and we got a bunch of stuff to talk about. We got some actual leaks, like some images of Funko Pops that were rumored to be coming for quite a while. So some of them are pretty exciting. There's a couple that are kind of like, what were you thinking? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty excited for the most of them. So pretty cool. And then some other. There's a couple pops that I thought they could have done better with. I was expecting better with, but they kind of let us down with those two as well. But how are you both doing?
Very good, very good. Relaxed, getting rejuvenated from taking some vacation. So
Yeah, you guys were partying, weren't you? You took the Friday off.
yeah, I've been just getting the kids out and racing go-karts and going to the beach and using the grill. It's just,
Yeah.
summertime. So just having a good time. And honestly, I think just spending some time away from everything definitely rejuvenates because I had some downtime yesterday after a week long of activity with the kids. So I got some content done for myself, and I didn't feel rushed. I had plenty. Like I didn't have to work, then get kids fed, then do this, and then edit. I was able to just take my time, film, go upstairs, hang out with the kids and the wife a little bit, edit. So it's been nice. It's been nice and relaxing. How about you, Lex?
Yeah, I mean, just grinding out school. I think I've got 41 days left, and then I'll be out of there. So just trying to skirt by, enjoying the acolyte though. Still,
absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, not much.
You guys pick anything up at all?
I did. I got a couple things. So all right. So one is I got this guy. So I got a couple things. So from Tony, who was selling a few items. So I ended up picking up this guy, who was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So very excited to finally have him. And what's cool is because we've seen him on Ilum and we also saw him in the Cantina. So unlike him, with a weapon or any kind of like snow gear or spear or anything, he's got a drink. So he's definitely from the Cantina scene, which is kind of cool.
Nice.
I also end up picking up Zeb from the Star Wars Rebels series. So very excited to finally round that one out because that's one I've really, really wanted for a long time. So glad to get that one. And I also picked up the Darth Vader that I had one from Ricky's 1,500 subscribers. I think he's at like 4,500 now, but that finally got sent. So I have that, that artist series Vader. And I also got a blue box bib Fortuna, which I was pretty excited to finally get.
Oh, wow.
Just rounding out a few random ones that you don't see often, but he had a good price, so I picked them up.
Yeah.
How about you guys? Any new additions?
Not for me. I haven't picked anything up this month yet. So
yeah, nothing Funko at the moment. I feel like I've got no time to go shopping lately.
Yeah, I'm actually out of space in my display case. Like I think I mentioned it a couple episodes ago. Like I've got, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more pops, and they're not going to fit in the case.
So what does one do when you run out of room there,
Chris? I don't know. I got to figure out moving some stuff around. I think if I move my cases on the opposite wall here, and then I might be able to squeeze another display case in. I'll have to measure.
Very nice.
Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of space here. So,
how about you, Lex? What's your suggestion when you run out of space?
I don't know. I mean, I've recently been doing like a deep dive of my collection, and I'm trying to really kind of figure out which ones I need, because I feel like when I first got into collecting, I just went like ham and just started buying like every pop that I could find. And some of them like don't really speak to me anymore. And plus I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm running out of space and places to put pops. So trying to slim down to make room for some pops that are coming up. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know. There's only so much space a room can provide,
Yeah, I hear you.
There's a couple on our pop report, or there's at least one on my pop report that I could swap. I could get the new version and swap the old one out. which I might do, just because the sculpt looks a lot better. Which we'll take a look at in a minute. But Lex, you weren't here last week, so Patrick and I we commented on the Panthers beating the Oilers in the playoffs there.
Yep, it was a good game.
We made a little wager there that if the Panthers won, I would buy you a pop. So I owe you a Funko Pop, a Star Wars Funko Pop. So
yes, that is true.
Time to get that Darth Maul hollow that you've been waiting for, Lex.
Do you want to take a look and see which one you want to get here? I can bring up the Aussie Collectibles website here. We'll just add it to the cart.
Take a look, sees. Oh, they've got the new pops up there.
Yeah, the Moff Gideon. I know. I saw Hot Topic has that one here as well. So
I feel like you guys get stuff like way before we do.
I'm still waiting for Anakin and Padme to show up from the Phantom Menace line though. So
really, you haven't gotten those up there?
No, so weird.
Huh.
No pre-order on that one.
Which one? On the
Vader comic cover. I feel like Ozzy is so on top of it.
Yeah, like if you're not a big sticker snob, or I don't know what I would call them, but if you don't care about the stickers pretty much, then
the sticker connoisseur.
Okay. Look, you can pre-order the Vader Halloween pumpkins there, Patrick. The lights and sounds.
Who says I already haven't?
Oh, you probably have, haven't you?
Yeah,
I did. I jumped on that.
I would have expected nothing less.
You know me. I'm a sucker for lights and sounds.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they'll start doing more. We'll see.
You know what? I'm just excited that we have a cool Halloween. I know it's probably a little back and forth with fans of the Funko and the seasonal stuff, but I actually really like this version of a Halloween style. It's not corny looking. It's Vader holding 2 jack-o'-lanterns. That's fine. It lights up. I don't know what it's going to say, but I'm pumped. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah, it should be pretty cool.
Like I said, at least he didn't show up looking like a pumpkin, like orange and, and green.
I'll just add I'll add the 3PO snowman into the cart. That'll be your that'll be your prize.
Why haven't we ever come back to the podcast? He ordered me a snowman version of a pop.
Do they have the new Phantom Menace ones on? Oh, look, they even have the new ornament one.
I know. Look at that, eh? Look at that. The Phantom Menace
ones? Do have that ornament one.
Yeah, I don't know. Did they have Phantom Menace? I thought I saw some up here. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. It's all kind of mixed in.
I'm sure they did.
Oh, yeah, let's go by date, new to old. There we go.
Oh, yeah, there's both those new holiday Christmas ornament looking.
You want Yord, don't you? Because of the shirtless scene. Right?
I don't know if Lex is part of the Yord horde.
No.
Don't get me wrong. I liked Yord. I never had like a big issue with him.
Yeah, I never had an issue with him either. So,
but
I was really hoping we get more from him. I did like him.
Yeah, I did too. I never had the distaste for him, but
no, I honestly thought we'd see him come where he'd see through his faults of being so by the book that he's literally going to take experience over that, more like a lesson from Rex, you know?
Yeah.
So I was hoping we'd see him, but unfortunately, we're never going to see him grow into that arc.
Yeah.
What about the new Zeb?
I heard
he is shipping. I just got a notification he shipped. Yeah. So that wouldn't be a bad one to order.
Tony says Yord sucks. Boo Canada. Whoa.
Let's go America though.
I'll remember that, Tony. When you get like a box of Reva figures for Christmas. Tony's gonna unsubscribe
like a
immediately.
case
Just
of
a case,
rubber.
yeah, just a case of random ones. I'll make sure I get like a vintage one, a retro series one. I'll get you a Riva Funko Pop, and I'll just mail it all over to you. Bring it to Goodwill for the poor.
Oh,
They would
Tony.
appreciate it. Some Riva.
Yeah,
Riva,
right.
Riva. Rev up your
Riva.
engine.
And thanks, Tony. I did get my box and did film the unboxing and shared with them this bad boy that I got from you. Very excited for him.
So is that the one you're choosing then, Lex?
Yeah, we'll
the
go with
Zeb?
Zeb.
Go Zeb.
Okay.
He's
Well,
cool looking.
Zeb's in my
I
cart,
love
so
Zeb.
I will place that order later, and
Mm.
you'll get it, I'm sure, in a few weeks, because I think it takes a few weeks to get to the States as well. Yeah, Patrick, you order from them quite a bit, so
Yeah, I give it no longer than 2 weeks. I just kind of order it and forget about it when it gets here.
Yeah, it usually gets here in Canada about like 2 or 3 weeks as well. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll order it
Just
later for you.
Okay, cool beans.
But I don't know. Last time we did something a
Next
bit
is
different. I was gonna say, do you guys want to maybe jump into the top 5? Because I'm kind of more excited to talk about the
What's coming
pop
up?
report items.
Yeah.
More than the characters that we could potentially get.
Yeah,
Because
I don't know about
honestly,
you
I think
guys.
we got 4 characters the whole episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe 5, 6 if you're stretching it. So let's tackle
Right.
that.
yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
Magnificent, aren't they?
I'll grab my screen here. I had to share the same screen at the same time, so hold on, let me get this. There we go. Tier list. So yeah, we're doing our top 5 characters from the Acolyte episode 6. And again, like some similar characters again.
Yep.
But I mean, Osha in the gray robes is
Mhm.
cool. Just because like it's showing her kind of slow turn to the dark side, going from like the lighter color clothes to the gray, and I think eventually the black. So that's pretty cool.
The naked
We got
Chimera.
the naked Chimera. That's one that we didn't.
I did not capture
You dropped the ball there, Patrick.
You know what's funny? I thought I was gonna get flat because I grabbed Swole Yord, but I forgot to get Naked Chimera.
Gosh.
Darn it.
Well, I think Naked Chimera would have to be S tier for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think it would sell very well. Just put like an exclusive sticker over it, like they did with the Black series.
Yeah, right. or like the Blink 182 Funko Pops, where they blurred that section out with the pixels.
Oh yeah.
On the actual pop, yeah.
They'll get creative with it.
Yeah. But we do have Vernestra's apprentice. I don't remember his name though.
I don't either. I did not like him.
He's cannon fodder.
I mean, I've been watching videos and I think it was Star Wars Meg who said that he could be another acolyte infiltrating the Jedi, because apparently that was a rumor that there were going to be multiple acolytes and someone was infiltrating the Jedi Council and the Jedi Temple or whatever.
Interesting. I don't know. He was really annoying. Like I feel like how he like was talking and then like they got to the forest and they saw the bodies. He was like, "It was Soul," and I was like, "Nope, I don't like you anymore."
Yeah,
We're done.
but I mean that was very like, for a Padawan to come up with something like that. That was very I don't know.
We jumped to the conclusion pretty quickly, right?
Yeah, pretty quick, right? So like maybe he knows something that we don't.
Either that, or honestly, I just think that they're so clueless because they're blinded by their own dogma and the rules.
Yeah.
So he just thought originally like it's the inhabitants of the creatures and stuff is probably why so many people had passed, So he was blaming more on the environment and the planet itself. I think upon seeing the bodies, to me, he still felt a little clueless, even though he was sensing. So he has that ability, I guess, if he is Venestra's apprentice or whatnot, he did seem to have that ability. I didn't see him touch anything, but he was able to kind of feel the force and what was happening around him in that vicinity.
Yeah.
Kind of neat, but I don't know. I don't think, if anything, he's a red shirt. I think if we find out maybe Chimere was Venestra's apprentice or someone that she had taken under as a Padawan and discarded him. The scar on his back seems kind of fishy with that light whip and all that. So maybe, Chimere kills him just to be like, oh, you're going to throw this apprentice away? I'll do it for you. Who knows? Because I'll be honest.
It seems kind of weird that they would bring in another new character this late into the series.
I agree.
That's I didn't feel importance.
I didn't feel he was going to be a big character, but again, and like another red shirt from Star Trek.
I think
he's got to be something more. Oh, really? In like a previous episode?
I feel like he hasn't like had such like a prominent talking role. I feel like, but I feel like we've seen him.
We have. I think you're right.
This episode, he was definitely like talking a lot. But I don't know, because I think initially, Patrick, when he got to the planet, they were like, oh, well, it's possibly the environment, the inhabitants, like maybe the creatures, and then they got near the bodies, and I felt like Vernestra was able to kind of sense. I don't know if he has that ability, but I know like she was able to like stand over them, and it was like hearing things, but I feel like they still are just like clueless.
Yeah,
so I don't even think that they think there's a possibility that there's like a Sith or a Ren, as people are saying, but I don't know. I think that they just are going to point fingers internally because they just don't know any better.
Yeah, because I don't think they've seen another Darkside user wielding a lightsaber necessarily. So of course, his instant thing, he's a fallen Jedi or something like that, or Soul himself. So
yeah, and I did think it was fishy too. I mean, it was cool to see the light whip. I'll say that. However, I felt like it was just so wasted. The whole point of those bugs and stuff was that they're attracted to light. They come out at night, and then we have a bug that comes out during the day, and then she just kind of like whips it in half, and that was it. But I felt like the significance of it was when they showed Chimere's back. Like,
correct.
Show both of those things in the same episode. Yes, I feel like the whip was wasted, but I feel like it kind of goes with his like back bars a little bit.
Yeah,
100%.
I don't know. I think her Padawan could be maybe in on the plot to maybe frame Soul. I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, I can too, because he was very.
And then Vernestra would probably, if she wants to cover up her own like little what do you call it?
Mishap.
Her own secret, mishap with Chimere. Like she'll be like,
I think there's that. I think that's another storyline that we really haven't been paying attention to.
Yeah.
And now that this episode kind of made us draw us into the, hey, wait a second. We've seen bits and pieces of Venestra. You read about her in the High Republic. We're going to make her fall in some fashion as well by the introduction of Chimere. And you didn't know until this previous episode with the light whip and the scar that there could be a tie-in to those two. And he said a Jedi and a very long time ago. So Venestra's got the ability to live a while. Maybe Chimere does too, or maybe because I don't for him, not for Soul or any of these Jedi not to recognize him. He hasn't been around for a long period of time. So that's kind of interesting too.
But it was interesting though, because he did make a comment to Soul while they were like dueling. I think it was like episode 5, and he was like, "You don't recognize me," or something. And I was like,
I think he was definitely at the temple when Soul was there at some point. Maybe he wasn't Soul like a Padawan when Soul was a Padawan,
or maybe he was on Brendok.
Chimere is a Sith, so he's using those Sith powers to make himself look younger. Because Palpatine did it, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I don't know. It's definitely interesting because I feel like this episode, like, it definitely wasn't my favorite episode because I feel like there was definitely a few storylines that were kind of evolving. Like we had Vernestra and her and that guy kind of doing whatever. And I do think it was interesting that they threw in the little comment. Like I haven't read the High Republic or anything, but I guess she does get like visions and stuff in space apparently, and that's why she like gets sick in hyperspace. So I thought that was like a cool little nugget for the people that have read it. And then you kind of had Soul and May kind of doing their own thing in a weird way. And then you had Chimere and Osha, which I thought was very interesting. They had a lot of really good conversations, and I do think it's interesting where that's going, but I feel like as a whole, it was like a little bit all over the place this episode.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh,
Andrea
got
says at this
Andrea.
point in the show, I feel like a Basil Pop will. I don't feel like a Basil Pop wasn't necessary. Andrea,
Yeah,
come
I
on.
just I feel like out of all
Ba-
the people we could have
Basil's like
gotten,
the Porg, though. Basil's like the Porg.
He's cute.
It's
He's
adorable. He's
adorable. He's a
adorable.
great character. But I think we should have had, the stranger or whatever we're gonna call that
or
character. Maybe that's
May,
why we don't get him to the end.
Yeah, me. But
May.
May, Jackie, like I just Kalnaka, like there were other people that we've seen in the trailers and stuff.
Basil's gonna appeal to the kids, though. Which
Oh, he definitely is. I think
a
he's
lot
a
of
cute,
the new
obvious
Star
character.
Wars is for the kids, right?
Oh, he's
Yeah.
got that
Always
Ewok
been for the kids.
cuteness to
So
him.
yeah, he's got the
right?
Ewok
Yeah,
cuteness.
he's-
Yeah.
So I
But
don't mind.
I get your point. I feel like, yeah, a pop is cool of him, but there's definitely other people or characters I would have preferred getting first.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
he's above Frog Lady for me.
Yeah. Or maybe we'll get like those little elephant looking things that were on the planet. I don't know what they were called, like what that species was.
JT says it. We have 2 episodes to clear up many plot holes or many holes in the plot. If this dude is a bad guy, last second, I swear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which
feel like
dude are you? Yeah, you're talking about her Padawan? Like,
yeah, he has to be. I don't know. Maybe he's like the Sith Lord,
I don't
Like,
know.
No.
the Master. What do you think? No, I don't know. I think it's
No,
just
I have a whole theory of what that is. I have a video coming up probably.
The Sith
on
Lord could
Monday
be
for it,
that
so.
the master in charge of it all could be that senator that we heard about. Like, wants the Jedi to have that review. Who knows? Because she's like, oh, he's not a fan of the Jedi. We don't know yet, but who knows?
I am reading Plagueis though right now, and I do think there's a lot of cool tie-ins that they're making to this show. Like I've heard that the unknown planet, is Baldemnik, which is like the Plagueis's planet essentially. So I mean, maybe his master is Tenebris or Plagueis possibly, or maybe
Possibly.
he's even venomous. So I don't know. I think it'd be interesting. It would be cool because they do talk about cortosis and stuff too at the beginning of
Yeah.
the book. So I don't know. It's like it would be cool, I think, if they could tie it into Plagueis. I would love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Andre, I'm kind of surprised we haven't got an Indara Kalnaka yet, but I think
Yeah,
that
on
it would come as a
Endor and
future wave,
Kalmaka.
sure.
I
Right.
think so. A second
Or
wave for
even
sure.
Becky,
Yeah.
Jackie waving 2 blades. Come on.
dude, right?
And
I mean, they could
the
give us a
chase
prop
version. The chase version will be the one with the 3
with the
holes in her.
holes. Yeah, that would be dirty, bro. That would be dirty.
Or at least maybe with one of the lightsabers cut in half. That'd be,
Honestly, if I could get a pop of the stranger, I would want him like holding the 2 blades, like a shorter
Yeah.
one and then the longer one. I feel
Me
like that
too.
would be. That was like just such a dope scene. I hate that Jackie died like that, and then he totally was like, "Oh, is that its name?" And I was like, "Oh man, like he just did Jackie so dirty."
Cold.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I really
Kanye
like.
definitely extended his life, though. Andrea says,
Yeah,
because in the last episode he said Osha he was a Jedi a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, there's something going on there. There is something. We don't know yet, but I'm on for the ride.
yeah,
We do like the acolyte. So
like he looks 30-ish, and like this is somebody made a comment on one of my other videos. Like he looks 30-ish, so he's probably like around 60-ish if he's hiding his age like that. So
because I think Vernestra's old. Like I think she's definitely
Yes.
like a lot older than we think she is. Because I think dating back to the High Republic and like the novels and stuff, she's definitely older. So that would maybe make sense why she's knows of him and like Soul doesn't. But I get his comment. He's making it seem like he's old, but just how old? Because I feel like that's going to really play into the possibilities of where he fits into certain places.
I think one of the things I learned from Mortis FM on the character was not only that, because I think she was like the youngest Jedi at like 14 or 15 to become on the council and all that, but she had kind of broken off and became like a wayfinder, kind of. So maybe during that period when she kind of broke off, she tried to have an apprentice or something. There's something maybe in that storyline. And that kind of makes sense to me why Chimera is kind of like, well, she can just break off to the Jedi and become this way. Why can't I break off and become my own thing? I think that would be more of the reason that would inspire him further to do his own break off from whatever master he's currently under.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Skinned Christ says, happy to hear people not trashing the show. Listening
Thank
from
you.
work, making it
Love the
makes it a
show.
long
Love
one.
the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We definitely all really like this
I've been
one.
enjoying it. Yeah. What if he wants a rule of 2 because there's 3 Sith? I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's got probably a big Legends character as a master, like Lex was saying, Plagueis or
Yeah.
Tenebris.
Well, because in the book, Tenebris has 2 Padawans, and like Plagueis doesn't realize he's not the only one, because then Venomous
Mhm.
shows up. But I think him wanting the rule of 2 was that he wanted May to be his, and May clearly is not gonna work out. So now I feel like he's trying to
Mhm.
appeal to Osha, and honestly, I feel like he was doing a really good job. I was like, you know what, shit, like if he was talking to me shirtless and all that kind of stuff, showing me those guns under that robe, I would join. Give me the helmet. I'll put it on. Like, he was so convincing. Like, and the stuff that he was able to kind of draw out about her, like leaving the Jedi Order and like certain things like that, I was like,
He's a
This is
smooth
demeanor.
talker. He's a
dude,
smooth talker.
Yeah.
he is. And then like the whole Cortosis talk, I thought was absolutely really cool. Like, it's just you and the Force. It dims outside stuff, and then you even get to see like a Cortosis vein kind of running through their like.
I was gonna say,
linear.
yeah. You see,
Right,
like,
I just thought it was
was
like
cool.
I thought that storyline, like everything else aside, I thought was like really good. The Vernestra
Me
stuff
too.
was like meh to me. I did think the Soul having all those emotions and stuff, I thought was like really cool to kind of see. Like I love Soul. I think Soul and Kymir are carrying the show like 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. JT says the chase can be Kymir getting embarrassingly lifted
Yeah,
away by the bugs.
with like Pip on his back.
Yeah. OSHA's like 22, 23. The kids were like 5 to 7 when Soul found them. So, yeah, the event happened 16 years ago. Yeah.
Yep.
I suspect Kymir wanted OSHA as his acolyte all along.
I feel
I mean,
like
it's
since the beginning, I've seen her. Like, I've always thought she was gonna turn, and like we've seen the subtle comments like "you gotta take May out," blah blah blah. So like, I feel like I've
Mhm.
seen it happening, and I feel like now it's really getting put into motion.
Yeah.
I agree.
But
I agree.
where would you rank this guy though? How badly do you want his?
I don't want to pop.
I put him at C. I put him at C.
Okay. I agree. C. Next we have OSHA with the stranger's helmet on. S tier.
S
S
tier.
for sure.
That's what I was.
Or
leaning
like her
towards as well.
holding it and like looking at it or something. I thought that
Yeah.
was interesting to see someone else wear the mask.
How about
Any got
May
a dope mask.
with Pip? May in OSHA's disguise. I don't know how they would sell that because we've had OSHA in this outfit before, so I don't know.
Well, if you have her with evil Pip with the red, it would make.
Yeah.
I know it's a slight difference, but Funko's great.
I don't know if
at
it's big
making that
enough.
Slight difference.
I don't know if it's
Yep.
big enough of a difference for me to want it though. You know.
Yeah.
It's not. But I did think it was interesting that Pip kind of like
It
changed
is.
to the red color. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I need a pop of it though. But
No, I
No.
put it
Patrick
at
is right.
B or C.
They're notorious for kind of making like
I'm gonna go
subtle
D.
changes.
All right.
Yeah, we could go D.
How about OSHA with the red saber? I think that could be a cool one.
I do
S
too,
tier.
for sure.
S.
S.
Next we have Vernestra, and we've seen her in this role before, so I don't know if.
I think if I was to get any Vernestra pop from this episode, I would want it to be like with the whip.
The light whip? Yeah, so I'd put light whip S tier.
Yeah.
I'd probably put the council or the temple robes
A.
maybe A,
A
and
or
then the
B,
other
yeah.
Vernestra probably C because we don't need another one.
No.
Then we got Kymir and his kind of like civilian.
White robes.
Well, I like that one
White
because he's
robes.
working on the helmet itself, like welding it. So I thought
Yeah.
that would be kind of neat if you had him kind of there and you get like, some acrylic sparks as he's working on the helmet. That would be really neat, especially since
Yeah,
one of the new rumored ones that we got an image of that we'll see in our next segment kind of has another character looking at a helmet. So
Yes. Do you think him like kind of going from the all black robes and then he gets into the water and he comes out and he puts on like the tan white robes? Do you think there's like a significance to that, or those are just like the clothes that he had with him, kind of thing?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
What are you
Kind of
thinking?
I
like a
don't know. I just
baptismal kind
like
of thing, like washing
yeah,
away the dark and
or
renewing
some,
himself.
yeah, like I don't
I
know.
don't know. That could be interesting. Maybe that's because he has such a different approach to the using the force. So
Hmm.
maybe what you're saying, he can easily wash himself, kind of like a baptismal rinse, if you will, and come out, like Irish Spring, thinking like no big deal and ain't nothing but a chicken wing kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
But you might be onto something there. Could be. I mean, he practices the force so differently.
so different, but in like a way that I enjoy. I feel like. Was her whip
Yeah.
purple? Yes, her whip is purple. For the brief second that we got to see it out.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would like to see Chimera in the different like robes, like not in like the disguise drunk kind of robes, but like maybe these.
There.
Oh,
You dropped the ball there, Patrick, so I added the shirtless Chimera.
S tier.
I'm going S tier for shirtless.
S tier.
The
Shirtless is
other one
going S
holding the
tier, huh?
helmet's going B, I think.
Yeah,
What do you guys think? A or B?
Wow.
I'm kind of like A or B.
A or B is fine.
And
I
then
can't believe
Patrick,
Naked
you have
Chimera
one of
S tier.
Pip. I mean, come on. It's pretty
They
cool.
did one of Dio. Why wouldn't they do one of Pip?
Yeah, but Pip's a little handheld thing though. That's my
I know,
only
but you can make an
complaint.
evil Pip in just a single version. I don't know.
But
I
like,
feel
what are
like
you gonna
they
have
were
him like
doing-
laying down flat on the black bait, the Funko Pop base though?
and he's
That's
like
my
this
only
guy.
thing.
He could be like
Yeah,
a
he's just
big
like
pop.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like I'm gonna go D. I think D, but like, what do you guys think?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm with you.
I'm not heartbroken.
And then we have May in the white robes.
Or is that OSHA? Oh no, that was
No,
yeah.
that's May.
I
That'd be
think
That's
that's
May.
May
same. I
looking
think
like
that's the
OSHA,
same.
holding
Yeah.
evil Pip.
D.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then gray robes, OSHA. I think that would probably be our last S tier. I think.
Yeah, I would go with S, especially if it's like her holding.
Like it
his
doesn't have to
saber.
be in that. Yeah, it doesn't have to necessarily be in that pose, but like she was in the robes, the gray robes, for a while in this episode. So if they gave us like her holding the red saber, her with the mask on, and then I don't know, they could do another one. What do you think about those? So OSHA with the mask, OSHA with the red saber, Vernestra with the light whip, because they can do something cool with that light whip. Have it like
Yes,
wrap
they
around
could.
her as a Funko Pop.
Yeah, they could totally make that work.
I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll see something in one of the next 2 episodes with it out again and doing something really cool. So that'll be
Yeah.
the way we look.
I
at it.
hope that we get to see more of it, because if that's it, I think I'd be kind of upset, because I was like such a
That's a tease.
like it was such like a little meh moment, but I feel like showing it had more significance than like her actually using it in the moment. So I'm not
Yeah.
that upset about it, but I'm kind of like, you know what, like it's such a prominent thing, it's such a unique aspect to a saber, like I want to see more of it, because I feel like it looked really cool, but to cut
Yeah.
a bug in half, I was like, oh,
Well,
really? But
imagine for all those Lex that haven't seen or read or
Yeah.
really kind of into lore like we are, where we knew that was going to. So if you're watching it fresh eyes, new take on it, and all of a sudden she whipped that out, you're like, wow. But then I think even for those that didn't know anything about the character, to have that and then the scene of his back with the scar, that I think was that connecting tissue between the two. I agree. Really think that was the point of that.
100%.
Or at least they're making it seem like it's her.
Yeah, maybe she ran into him in the past and he was
Could
a
be.
baddie then.
Yeah, but like they're making it seem like her, but that could be like a big plot twist, and maybe it's not even her. They're making us think like it's her.
Yeah. But they have I feel like
I'm
they're
good either
doing-
way.
Yeah.
I'm good
I
either
am.
way. If she ends up being like this bad Jedi who's like covering up her own stuff, like on top
feel
of
like-
trying to cover up this big Jedi massacre.
I just feel like it's tough though, because I feel like everyone that has read the books and like that, I've kind of like watched their reactions and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
they're
they
gonna
have
be
such a
disappointed in it,
different
right?
look on Vern. Like Vern is this amazing Jedi. She was young, talented. Like she's just so superior. And then we're kind of getting her in this light, and it's definitely a lot different. Like I've talked to Jimmy a lot from Explore the Force about it, and he's like, "Yeah, like this is not the Vern that we've,
Who
like
who does
come
this
to
sound?
know."
Who does what other character does this sound like to you guys?
I don't know.
Luke Skywalker,
Maybe.
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
bit, just because like everyone's like, oh, the Luke in the original trilogy, he was so hopeful and he wouldn't do that, and then you get to old man Luke in Last Jedi, and
But I feel like that's different because we see Luke like canon, like how he's acting and stuff, like on Tatooine. Like that's like it wasn't like written, and there's not multiple books and stuff that people have like only known this character through the books. Like Luke
yeah,
is
I don't
probably
know.
like one of the original characters.
I think it's the same thing though. Like the people who
Yeah.
are growing up with Vernestra in the books and stuff, and know this character and love this character, and now they're seeing her in it years later. I think it's kind of the same
Yeah,
in a way.
yeah. I'm with that because I was not a fan of how they showed Luke in the sequels. I was like, "Are you kidding?" So, yeah, I
Right.
could see that. Yeah, you make a good point.
Brandon says hello there. Hey, Brandon.
Hello.
Patrick's co-host on the monthly pops.
Bricks
What, Pops and Bricks, or Bricks and Pops, or
Bricks and Pops.
Pops and
Yeah.
Bricks,
Yeah.
Bricks and Pops.
I was gonna say
We
bricks
just
and
had a monthly
minifigs.
wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah, glad
That's a
to
good
have you
one.
in here. So yeah, that's our top 5. The OSHA with the Chimera mask, the OSHA with the red saber, Vernestra, shirtless Chimera, and another OSHA. So I like that. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
But we do have some other news. Like I said, I'm more excited talking about this stuff than the pops that we might never get, because we might not get these pops. I don't know what Funko's thinking when it comes to what pops are going to release next from the series. But I'm excited about the ones that they are leaking and announcing and stuff. So let's jump into.
I'm hoping we get them soon, real soon.
Yeah. Let's jump into our pop report.
No need to report that to him until we have something to report.
So first up, earlier in the week, we got these ornament-themed holiday pops. So we got one of Mando, and we also got one of Grogu, of course.
Yeah.
So
And these were all rumored for a while.
They were. Yes, we have seen rumors kind of circulating, and we saw them earlier in the year too. I think it was like a few months into 2024, and we were like, "How are we already kind of getting holiday pops?"
It's so bad. Patrick's choking on his blue milk there.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I when I looked at these guys, I had a hard time seeing what was so holiday about them. But I guess they're supposed to look like those like very fragile glass ornaments. With that pearlescent kind of treatment to it, or gloss.
Yeah. So you know what it is? It's a Funko Pop that looks like a Star Wars ornament of a Funko Pop, because the Star Wars ornaments, like the Funko ornaments, they look like this style. So I think it's a Funko Pop of an ornament of a Funko Pop.
So taking the big regular pops, making them smaller, we're taking the Christmas ornaments and making them larger. Yeah,
maybe something like that.
Yeah. I think they're trying to make like a typical Christmas ornament.
Yeah, and
look like a pop.
Like Patrick, you and I were talking last week, where like, you know, that if it's done well enough, like if they had Grogu holding like a Christmas ornament, or Mando holding something Christmassy, it would have been a lot better. But now it's like, I'm a little disappointed in these.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked, to be honest. Like, I was really hoping something like we were saying, like the one I did for myself and Lex, you know, taking that Macy's Thanksgiving Day one, switching it to a crystal ball or Christmas ball or something of that nature. And then having him in a red and white cloak. Done. That would be easy. Easy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Still out on this one.
And I feel like the box too is like very interesting.
Yeah, I thought it might have been for like at first I thought it was Japanese writing on it. I didn't realize it was actual graphics.
Yeah, it kind of looks
that
like it could be like wrapping paper, possibly, or
some, like,
made to look like
presents.
wrapping paper.
Mhm.
Mando helmet. You got a Grogu.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like it could be like a wrapping paper ish, but yeah, I don't know. Probably gonna be passing on these ones,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And then we got another comic cover of Darth Vader, which has been rumored. This has been rumored as well, kind of circulating the same time that the holiday ones have kind of
Mhm.
popped up. But I think this is the 1977 type comic cover, perhaps.
I think
What are your
so.
guys' thoughts?
Love it. Love it. I really like this one too. The different colors. You get the highlight, the shadow, the mid-tones with the light blue. It looks cool. And the lightsabers kind of looks like a different treatment too. Kind of got like that white outer glow edge. So
Mhm.
it's very interesting. Very colorful for sure. I
Mhm.
love these in the retro, so I'm definitely getting
Yeah. I like it. I'm not gonna get it. Like I have the Boba Fett one because Boba Fett's kind of up there as like my second favorite character next to Darth Maul. But this is how I think the retro series should look. Like not the standard size pop. They should all have like a comic book behind them.
Yeah.
I like them, but then they become too big. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
They
But
become too big.
somebody said, "Oh, Will from Padawan Pops." He said they fit nicely on his shelf. He figures he can fit 3 in his Billy bookcase there, side by side. So, but
Yeah.
no, I do like it. I'm not gonna get it, but yeah, no, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's definitely big space wise. And
Mhm.
then this is another rumor, which we've seen this one before with the Boba Fett,
Mhm.
Rockets, the young Boba Fett, and the Jango Fett. So
Yeah.
hopefully this kind of comes
Hopefully
to
soon.
fruition.
Yeah.
We'll see. And then we have some SDCC kind of rumors, and right over here we've got Darth Vader, which we've seen some images of, and then there is a Thrawn, and our Funko Pop sleuth over here, Patrick, actually found an image that I don't think a lot of the public has seen unless you're on Facebook.
Yeah, I'll share that
So
with you. Oh, there you go. Yeah,
What do you
so
think of
I
that?
found this image on Facebook, which when I was scrolling and I saw it, I had to kind of do a double take because one, it was Thrawn. So, okay, what are they doing? And I saw the hands are kind of folded in front, which to
Mhm.
me, that is very Thrawn, like more so than holding a blaster in the air. This is again, you had the hands in the front and the back. This is kind of more menacing. It's got the San Diego Comic-Con sticker on it, so very excited for this one. What do you guys think?
I'm
I
just
think
trying to see my other Thrawn
I'm more
from
of a
the
fan
Ahsoka series.
of this one than the Ahsoka series,
Yeah.
like the first one that we got. Like, I think this one with his hands out front and stuff like is
Yeah.
a lot better.
And it looks like it's the same head sculpt as the one with the blaster. It doesn't have that kind of
That's what I was trying to see. Mine's way down on the shelf
round stuff
down at the
like that.
bottom, so I can't see it from here. But it
I
might
can
be.
even tell by the concept because it doesn't have the cheekbones have a little more shadow, even if it
Yeah.
was the other one. And you don't see that in that little piece of the concept you see on the box either. So,
Yeah. So
but very
yeah.
cool. I'll be excited to have this.
Definitely an upgrade though, eh? For sure.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So this is one that I would probably swap out. If I got this one, I would just get rid of the other one. I don't really need the Thrawn with the blaster. He didn't hold a blaster, and
The only, here's my theory on that one. I honestly wondered if they messed them up when they were producing them, because if that one was put in the Rebel box and the other Thrawn was not and put into the Ahsoka box, it would have made more sense because Ezra released from that scene, and that's the only time I've ever seen Thrawn with a blaster in any of the shows is when he shoots Ezra on the bridge of the Star
yeah.
Destroyer. So
Unless there
my
was like
thought is
a scene that was cut from the Ahsoka series.
Yeah, like a deleted scene or something.
Yeah.
maybe, yeah. But I don't know. I think eventually if I ever shoot the Thrawn with the blaster, the only way I do it is if I can do AI where I can make it have like, a Purgle, if you will, like its tentacle wrapping around him.
Yeah.
That's the,
and
the only
head
time I really
swap it,
can see
right?
him. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah,
guess so.
I like it.
And then these were kind of the rest of the list, but of course we only have the two. So we got the Darth Vader from Rogue One, apparently. So we've seen that one, and now we've seen the Grand Admiral Thrawn Steepling. So those are the two Star Wars ones that should be incoming shortly. Because when is SDCC? Soon, right?
Another week or two.
Yeah,
Right?
August or July or August. Yeah,
So
I thought it was like third week in July, towards the end.
yeah, it could be.
oh yep, July 25th to the 28th.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. So
So soon, hopefully a week, 2 weeks or so.
yeah,
2 or 3. We'll
But we
see.
need official announcements soon, man.
Yeah, but who knows
Yeah.
if we'll even get them with Funko lately.
I mean, Funko's just like, here, let the leakers do our job for us.
Yep, pretty much.
Send
And then
them to
the
me. I'll
last,
leak it.
yeah, yeah,
Send them to us. We'll leak them.
for sure. And then the last piece of news, I think, is what we're all most excited for.
I
Are
think
these
so.
bad boys?
Hell
So-
yeah.
Yeah. So what do you guys think? Let's
I
go one by
like
one.
most of them. Almost all of them
Okay.
I really like.
Let's start with the big one. Let's start with the 10-inch Palpatine.
Yeah, the 10-inch is not much different than the smaller
No.
version. It's
I
But
don't
that's
think
the
it's
same
any
with
different.
that's the same with all the 10-inch ones. They're all the same pose pretty much as the original.
Yeah.
Except, you know what? I think the 10-inch Babu Frick is slightly different than the smaller version.
Mm. Yeah, I don't have the Babu or the Ewok in the 10-inch.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind picking that guy up. I think he'd be
No,
cool.
it's
It would have been nice if they gave him the lights and sounds like the 10-inch Vader one that they did, because you could have some really cool phrases,
yeah.
Yeah.
Slimmer Island says hello. Darth Sidious, oh my days. Kylo looks sick. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Bro's a big boy. Yeah.
He
Yeah,
is.
10-inch.
and I just don't think I need a 10-inch version.
I don't know if I would get
smaller
it,
than I
but
have.
I feel like it's a good, like, I feel like some people will get it and it's a decent sculpt still. So for a 10-inch one, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this. The other one's the Palpatine, the small Palpatine. So that's just, Patrick, you got yours handy, don't you? Yeah, it's the same, almost the same sculpt as that
Very
one.
similar.
But-
Very similar.
Again, this one, an upgrade from the original. So
Yes.
I think I would swap this one out with the other one. What do you guys think?
Yeah, the eyes look much more detailed and everything.
Yeah.
than that newer one. A lot more red. And I'd imagine what they've done with the textures and stuff is even surpassed what they did here. I mean, this is back with the
Yeah.
3-pack, you know what I mean? So
Yes.
Yeah, and
pretty
I think it's
cool.
even an older base too, isn't it? It's not the tiered
The
base. It's
Yeah, he comes right off.
yeah, but
so
like the base itself, it just goes straight down. It doesn't have like the tiered look to it.
Oh
right?
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like even though it's part of a 3-pack, I'd still probably just get rid of it and get the upgraded one. Like I said, it looks a lot better. The details and stuff looks a lot better. So, but the mall definitely. What do you
I
guys
think
think of
it's
the
a
mall?
mall from Solo, right?
that's what I was thinking. It definitely looks like the hologram type mall because he's got the little necklace thing on. He has the feet, like, so it's
Does
not
he have a
metal leg.
necklace? Yeah, it is a necklace too, isn't it?
right
Yeah.
here.
And his blade's got that kind of curly Q thing that he had.
Yeah,
when he
the
was
Inquisitor
old master.
saber. Yeah.
Yeah, so
And-
I do feel like that is like from the Solo movie.
The reason, another reason I thought that, because I did see the image of the chase that they're going to have for that one too.
Yeah.
They have
yeah.
this is going to be a hologram as well.
Yes.
A hologram.
And it was really pixelated. There was another one that was like really pixelated, a pixelated image. I can't remember where I saw it though, too. But it was a different pop. Yeah. And then the Count Dooku, which I don't have the other one, like the Smuggler's Bounty one. So I feel like this one's a good one as well.
Yeah, I like this one. I kind of like, to me, it reminds me of the Red Saber series where he's in the lava. And he has his lightsaber in the one hand, but his other hand looked like he was trying to do the lightning or something. So when I took the
Yeah,
image,
I mean, he looked
added
like
it.
a force push. Yeah,
Yeah, but I like this one. This is that, maybe we can't use our lightsabers and him and Yoda, or maybe it's the
Yeah.
opposite. Maybe we can't use the force. We have to do it with lightsabers because they're
Yeah.
busy electrocuting each other.
Yeah. No, it's a good one. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah. And then this next one, I'm really a big fan of the
Fire.
Kylo Ren and the Darth Vader's helmet.
Let's take my money. That's so good.
Yeah. And we haven't really had any, other than the Last Jedi ones, we haven't had any sequel movie moments, and this would be considered probably a movie moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I think that molten helmet looks great.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, it does.
And then the last two. What do you think of those two?
The TIE Fighter one, I'm not too keen on. It looks like they just tilt him to the side, which we said it. We already have this one. I don't know how they're going to make it different. So,
I'm looking at it and looking at this and looking at what's on the screen. The only difference is it's tilted, which I tilted it for a photo, but I mean, I don't see any difference. I don't see any different detailing in the inside of the wing like the outside has. That's what I was looking for. His hands, I tried to zoom in and look at it. It really, even the eyes, it has a little bit of the reddish. I mean, it looks exactly like this. So that's a pass for me on this one, unfortunately. But the throne, I'll have to add that to the collection. That's awesome.
Yeah,
the throne's really cool from Kenobi series.
Yeah,
that's gonna be like a deluxe one though, for sure.
Yeah, it has to be. The base looks really wide, but I think that looks like super menacing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just need the little hologram of Palpatine in front of him.
I'm kind of surprised with what they did with Palpatine, that we kind of got like a slightly different sculpt from the 3-pack, and then we got the 10-inch. I would have rather seen Palpatine and his throne from Rise of Skywalker. That creepy, very pointy throne, that would have been cool.
Yeah. So Rylan says, I would defo have a 10-inch Palpatine holding my coat and bat in my room. Hat. I mean, that makes more sense. Hat. I've sadly got to go, so bye-bye. All right, thanks for hopping in the chat.
Bye.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm excited for these. Like I said, I would replace the Palpatine, the Thrawn. I would replace. But yeah, no, that Vader TIE Fighter doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. So,
because I have the TIE Fighter one, like the TIE Fighter pilot, and it's straight on like the Darth Vader one that Patrick has. So like, if I were to get a Darth Vader one, I'd probably want one that's like that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to find the image of that holographic Darth Maul,
I found it.
Oh, you found it?
Because I did. Can't find it.
I did. Here we go. Hold on. Bam.
Yeah.
That looks cool.
Yeah, but like the image is just so pixelated, so it's like.
And it looks like the exact same though, but almost like it just has, like that it was colored blue.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's a faked image. I wonder if the real one's going to be the one from Phantom Menace with the hood up. That would be better, but
with the arms crossed, that would be cooler.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
Yeah, but I think that one is definitely from the Solo movie because we see him with the saber and stuff, and it looks the same. He's got the little chain thing, so
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that one I feel like maybe they just like color corrected, but
yeah, it could be very easily done, like a colorization. Throw them in all blue. Who knows? But if that's what they did just to get an image, that could be. But
yeah.
Either way, if they do that as the chase, I'm definitely gonna have to get that because that looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look cool. But
I would probably skip out on the holographic one if it's the same as the original. I like the look of the original one better, like just the full color
Yeah. But it's not movie accurate because we only see him in the hologram in Solo.
I'll make an exception for Darth Maul.
Okay.
The pose is accurate.
Yeah.
I did get, Chris, you'd like this. I did open a box I had gotten from my mother, and my sister had gone to Disney because my mom had a business trip down there. So I got two of the new holocrons. I got the Sith and the new Jedi holocron. And
nice.
she got me 2 crystals. So I got a green one, which was Luminara, which I thought that was cool. And then I got a red one that just said Maul, which is cool because it's a lot of the quotes like from Rebels and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, this is really cool. So very pumped to have gotten those.
That's very cool. But I think that does it for this episode of the Popcast. Patrick, where can people find you when you're not hanging with us here on your Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, when I'm not here with the likes of you and my cohorts in crime like Jedi Lex, I'm on my own channel doing poptography, where I take images of Star Wars Funko Pop. And I know I've been kind of slacking a little bit on that, just trying to not be burned out and refresh myself. So after this vacation, I got some images coming out finally. So stay tuned for that, and some unboxings as well. Got plenty of those coming up. I know my wife probably hates hearing that, but there's gonna be a few more. I know Zeb is shipped, so there's gonna be another one coming, and then another one coming. I did pick up another one, I think Friday night, like just after like 1 a.m. or something. I picked up on Amazon. I ended up picking up because I got it for $23. I got the chopper painted as an Imperial droid. So I was like,
Oh, wow.
$23. I thought that was a steal. So I jumped on it. So yeah. So again,
'cause
you'll
what
see
is
on my
he
channel.
on the app? I'm wondering. I wonder what he goes for. Did you see?
I did not. I didn't even look.
Kind of curious.
I was just excited, when I saw it for that price. I was like, you know what? And it said one left in stock, of course. I was like, oh my god,
You got him half price.
did I?
Yeah, you got him for he's going for trending for 50 on the Funko app.
Bonus. So yeah, so I got some unboxings, some new images coming out on my channel. I just had a recent episode of Bricks and Pops with Clan Brandalorian, Brandon himself. So that's really what I've got going on lately. But enough about me. Lex, where can people find you when you're not on here with us?
Well, when I'm not here with you two and any gifts that we might have, I'm on my own channel, which is Jedi Lex, and I do collectibles, conventions, reactions, news, and more. So, kind of just trying to make it a safe space for everyone for everything and all things Star Wars. So, that is what I've got going on. But, Chris, when you're not here with me and Patrick, where can people find you?
Well, when I'm not on here with you two and losing hockey bets, I'm on my own channel, Seriously Star Wars, doing weekly Star Wars videos. I got a couple theory videos coming out, and then of course Rebel Rewind every Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern. So stay tuned for that episode. But thank you everyone for watching, and we will see everyone in the next episode.